It's the Britt Rochelle Show. Do, do, do. Have you ever been watching Sesame Street and thought, you know, Elmo's head would look so much better if it was just a tomato? That's pretty much what Bugsnax is. Bugsnax follows you, the journalist, the cryptozoologist, who's been invited out to Snaktooth Island to explore the mystery that is Bugsnax, only to arrive and figure out the Grumpus that invited you, Elizabeth Megafig, has mysteriously disappeared. And now the adventure is to figure out where she is, and also to find all of her friends that disseminated throughout the island after a big fight. Now, the concept of Bugsnax is pretty simple, kind of adorable. It's kind of bug, and it's kind of snack. Like this little strawberry. His name's a Strabby, he's got little googly eyes, and he skitters about on his leaves. And hunting these snacks is how the Grumpuses have managed to survive on the island. Unless you're Filbo, who you find starving to death because he failed at that.
Is that you? Oh, thank Grump you're alive. Too bad I'm dying, though.
But that's where friendship comes in, because you're supposed to form relationships with these people. And, you know, it really becomes an adventure of friendship, unity, and food-like amalgamation. Thankfully, Filbo's somewhat useful as he gives you your very first snack trap that will catch your first bug snack. He really needs it. He's not looking too good there.
Too bad I'm dying, though.
He also introduces you to a tool called a snack scope, which you can use to scan the snacks, figure out what they are and what they like, as well as trace their traps. Like with the snack trap, you want to lay down your trap and then get out of there, because that little Strabby's a little scared and he'll run off if you get too close.
That one.
Oh, hey there, little guy! No, wait, don't go! The first snack that you catch is a little Strabby, the little thing I mentioned earlier that just skitters about. He's pretty simple, just kind of walking around in a circle, and you want to catch him from a distance, otherwise he'll get scared and hide. And future snacks are just, they kind of vary in difficulty. They can be easy and slow like him, or they can be really just quick and pretty difficult to catch, actually. It takes a lot of wits and a lot of creativity. So what exactly is the big deal with Bugsnax? Upon approaching all these Grumpuses that really just needed their fix before they went back to the island, I found myself wondering what the hell the big deal was, but apparently they're extremely delicious. And oh my god, why did his leg just turn into a strawberry?
Awesome! Oh, yes. I'm saved.
Okay, yeah, that's a thing. You feed the Grumpuses their favorite bug snacks, and it turns one of their limbs into that snack. Okay, cool, I guess. Neat. Each bug snack that you examine, collect, what have you, it has its own likes, dislikes, ways to attract it, and sometimes even it has a time of day that it's available, so you have to go out at that time of day if you want to catch that snack. The main thing you're equipped with for catching bug snacks is a net, but it's obviously not as easy as just walking up to it and just whapping it. Sometimes you gotta use something called a sauce slinger, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a slingshot that yeets sauce. And you'll get things like ketchup, chocolate, ranch, things that the snacks generally like to kind of attract them. And you can even pit the snacks against each other in order to catch more difficult ones. Like when you're trying to catch, there's one called a pinantula, which is like a pineapple tarantula. If you chuck the chocolate at it, there's a crab apple essentially, that'll crawl up, pick it up, and stun it, essentially enabling you to be able to catch it. You also get things like the trip shot to literally trip snacks in their place, and a snack grappler, which after you stun it from a distance enables you to just grab the snack that you want. Over time you get those tools as you befriend different grumps and befriend different grumps and learn of their fun new technologies they've been working on. Grumps are the citizens of this world that you are in, They are very puppety in nature. I liken them to Sesame Street puppets because they have the similar facial features. And they all used to get along until some big fight happened after Elizabeth disappeared. And now it's your job to go out and find them and get them back to Snaxburg, the little settlement that they've established on this island. Snaxburg is your home base. It's where all the Grumpuses live, or used to live. And it's where you'll do a lot of your major interactions with the other characters and get your missions. There are other areas of the map you'll explore as well as the game progresses, such as the Flavor Falls, which is where you'll get a lot of your picnicky snacks, I like to say. There's a desert area where you get a lot more savory items, like the ribblepeed, which essentially is a rack of ribs with eyes. And each area's just like that, has its own kind of biome of snacks. As more Grumpuses are reunited and come to the island, Filbo decides to boost morale by throwing little parties, which is a really good way to get to know your Grump friends and figure out all their little personal squabbles. The game is actually pretty effective at exploring a lot of different types of relationship dynamics, such as Wambus, who is pretty much estranged from his wife as she explores and does her own thing, and the kind of trials and tribulations that can come with it. It's also a good base point to kind of regroup and figure out what you've learned by interviewing these Grumpuses and what you still have no idea about. It's also at this first party that Filbo decides he's going to be a buddy and give you your own Bugsnax to munch on, at which point you figure out you're allergic and get awfully horribly sick. So, no Bugsnax for you, just for your friends. Though I'll admit, some of these interpersonal squabbles are a little harder to take seriously at first, seeing as they all look like they live on Sesame Street, and they all have names like Wambus and Filbo. The main objective of the game is to go around the island and meet all these different Grumpuses that have since dispersed, and get the information, get their background, figure out exactly what did happen when Elizabeth disappeared. It's generally it's supposed to be engaging, as there's cute little doot music playing, very inquisitive, and you're going through these questions, figuring out who these people are, where they came from, and unfortunately it's the most tedious part of the game, seeing as you're clicking through the questions, there's no variation. You're essentially getting dragged through a cutscene, and I didn't really like clicking a button just to prove I'm paying attention to the story. Like, yes, I get it. Can I go back to hunting the bugs now? Because that's what I really want to be doing. But it didn't really take away from the experience as a whole, because I did learn some interesting information, and getting those parts of the story were really, really fun and engaging, ultimately speaking. I just, again, wish it would have been just as engaging as a cutscene, I'm just saying. Oh my god! Hurry up! Answer the question! Do you know where she is? No? Okay, get out of my face! Go! I'm hunting bugs now, God! The hunt for the Bugsnax is, I think it's greatly satisfying, because you can, for one, they're cute as fuck, okay? They're really cute. They all got little googly eyes. They're all food that just kind of crawl and critter around. I don't know. It's just, I find it really adorable. And the actual puzzle aspect, where you have to use your different kind of traps and sauces and even the environment to catch these different types of snacks, makes it so much fun to go out and just hunt and catch, and God, it feels good when you actually just catch that one snack that you've just not been able to up until this point. Like that little snail just crawling on the wall, as if it wants to be eaten.
Come on. Yes. No!
Oh, that's just a rabbit.
I knew that. Each Grumpus you meet may be a little off-putting at first, and there's definitely a personality clash once they get to the camp, but it is really neat to figure out their different personalities and what they do, why they're doing it. I really never liked interacting with Floofty at any point in time because she's always extremely condescending and kind of rude. But she's also kind of the smartest person on the island, so...
Absolutely not. I'm on the verge of a breakthrough. Now assist me or be gone with you.
That was my last.
You get what you get, essentially. And with these Grumpuses comes side quests abound. All of them had to do with catching Bugsnax, so it was a win-win for me. It was just some snacks were harder to catch than others. And for some of them, once you got to the end of their side quest line, you got to fight this immense mega Bugsnax monster. Chandlo's, for example, being it was a mama melon, which I thought was cute. It's just a giant watermelon that attacked you and had little baby wee melons. Or you got to have your unholy revenge against the Motza from the beginning of the game, because Cromdo's big thing was to catch the giant... Again, it's called a Motza. I don't know what... It's a giant moth pizza that's very aggressive, and you attack it with a giant pizza cutter, and it's just hilarious. The amount of time put into these environments and the different ways you might hunt a giant flying pizza or otherwise, just insert giant Bugsnax here, was really entertaining to experience. There's a lot of mystery and intrigue to this game as well. A lot of Easter eggs, things that seemingly just pop out of nowhere, like, what the heck was that snack squatch thing over there? You can't catch it, you can barely scan it, and it just disappears after a second, so I questioned whether or not I'd even seen it. Just kind of turned around and went about my business. And the Grumpuses themselves, even the smartest of them, don't seem to know the exact nature of these Bugsnax, what they are, where they came from, even how they reproduce, that kind of thing. And each of them has their own opinion as to how to handle these snacks. Like Wiggle, who thinks that they're her muse and she's gonna get her next big single out of them, so she eats all of them, as many as she can, different varieties, every time. And then there's Gramble, sweet, anxious little Gramble, who just wants to keep them as pets. Not to say he won't end up having a midnight snack now and again.
I'm a bad person.
Or good old spiritual Shelda, who claims she wants to resist the temptation of the Bugsnax, but if you could just put one in her little box over there, that'd be great.
To the true path.
Behold, the box of purity.
She's a hack. With all this in mind, as I got closer to what I thought might be the end of the game, I questioned how this would all wrap up. I thought maybe there'd be a more ambiguous and open-ended ending. Something that would garner a sequel even. That'd be pretty neat.
I've got a terrible
Turns out there is a very finite ending, and you find out the terrifying truth behind Bugsnax.
Eat us! Eat us!
I'll shut up! I wasn't always confident in who exactly the target audience for this game was, but apparently they found it because I love this game. It was so much fun, and most of the snacks were very cute and very engaging to capture. And the story between all the Grumpuses, silly as they were, as I got through and got more attached to them, it was really nice to feel like I connected with these characters, and I even sat through the credits to figure out how they turned out after the end of the game. The story was great. The actual gameplay of catching the snacks was extremely engaging and really forced you to use your wits and your creativity along with all your different traps, and just made for a very, very fun experience that I'd do at least 1 or 2 more times just to catch all the different snacks. And in terms of replay value, if you didn't catch all the snacks, if you didn't find all the secrets you wanted to, you just gotta go back and do it all over again. There is a point of no return where you can't go back to your old save file, which did kind of suck, but that's just how it goes sometimes, I guess. I like to rate this game 7 skittering juicy peaches. After they are the queen of snacks. Have you played this game? Did you like this game? Go ahead and hit me up in my DMs. I'd love to hear what you think. I also have other socials you can check out. They're linked, they're around. I got Twitter, I got Instagram. Just let me know. This has been Britt Rochelle, and I hope you stay peachy and enjoy my review.
You a Gramble in his sleep? How could you?
I just wanted to see what would happen.
At least you only did it once.
Oh, you got bacon nose.